Hi grade sixes and welcome to your Monday maths lesson. We are looking at rounding decimals today. So your learning intention, we are learning to round decimals to the nearest whole number. And your success criteria, I can use the number in the tenths place to determine the nearest whole number. All right, now I'm going to use my fancy new Apple Pen and my fancy new app that I've just got to demonstrate this. All right, so on Thursday before we went to lockdown, we were looking at rounding whole numbers to the nearest 10 and the nearest 100. So if I just write the number 37 on here, if we were rounding to the nearest 10, we had to make sure that we looked at the number in the ones place. So anything that is 5 and above, we round up. So in this instance, we would round to the number 40. If the number was 33, anything in the tens place that is below 5, we round down. So this would be 30. If we were looking at a 3-digit number, let's do 246, we look at the number in the tens place to determine whether we round up or down. This number is 4, it is below 5, so we round down to the number 200. All right, now I'm going to rub that out really quickly and we're going to look at decimal numbers. All right, now if I write the number 3 and 5 tenths here, we are looking at the number in the tenths position here, right there. And that again is 5 or above. We round that up to the number 4, that is the nearest whole number. If the number was 6 and 3 tenths, the number 3 is lower than 5. So we would round down to the nearest whole number, which would be 6. Now, even if the number goes to 2 decimal places, such as 7.42 or 7 and 42 hundredths, we still look at the number in the tenths position. In this instance, it's below 5, so the nearest whole number is 7. Now, you're going to have an opportunity to apply that skill now to a game that you're already familiar with. You're going to need to play with a partner. You're going to take turns to roll a 3-digit dice or 3 dice, and make a 3-digit decimal number. For example, if I rolled 3, 7, and 9, I could make, I'm just going to use the highlight function, I could make 3 and 79 hundredths, I could make 9 and 37 hundredths, or I could make 93 and 7 tenths. Okay, there's more numbers you could make. Those are just 3 examples. You're then going to round your number to the nearest whole number, just like I demonstrated, and place it on the playing board. The person to fill the last box is the winner. Now, this is the playing board. You've used this board before. There are 15 boxes, all descending, which means they're going down. Now, we're going to start off with the number 1 up here. Actually, I probably should put it on the other side. Oops, to demonstrate that. To demonstrate that it's starting from 1. So 1 there, and all the way down to 100. Now, if I was the first player and I've rolled a 2, a 6, and a 1, just like I demonstrated on the previous page, I could make that 2 and 61 hundredths. I could make 62 and 1/10, and there are other numbers I could make too. I'm going to go with this number here, 62 and 1/10, and the nearest whole number, because this number in the 10th spot is lower than 5, is 62. Now, if this is 100 up here, and this, 1 up here, and this is 100 down the bottom, 62 is just over halfway. So I'm going to place it about here. Okay, now it would be my partner's turn to have a go. If they've rolled 3 numbers, let's say for instance they rolled a 3, a 2, and a 5. Again, they could do 5 and 32 hundredths. They could do 32 and 5 tenths, and I'm going to go with that number there. Their nearest whole number, and remember this number is 5 or above, so we round up, is 33, and they might place their number 33 about here. Okay, now play continues until someone fills the last box, and just like we did in class, as the boxes start to fill up a little bit more, it's going to get more complicated or harder to fill the box, so it might take a little while. Gameplay might slow down a little bit. So once again, we are rounding decimal numbers to the nearest whole number, and you are going to play this game to reinforce or practice and apply that skill. Have fun, everyone.